Hello, John here from the Octave Music Center in Guelph, Ontario. Just want to take a few minutes and demo for you a Roland Cube 80 XL 80-watt guitar amp. And to do that, we'll be using this Hagstrom HJ800, also known as a Jimmy Jazz. It's a great hollow body guitar. And we'll be able to get a multitude of different sounds out of this amp using this guitar. So first we'll take a look at the back panel, and then we'll take a look at the top panel. Okay, here's a quick look at the back panel of the Cube 80. You can see we have our 3 jacks for foot switches. The first one controls the delay and looper. Middle one controls the effect or reverb. And the one on the right controls the select for channel switching and turning on and off the solo function. The foot switch type allows you to choose between the different types of foot switches that are available and compatible with this amp. And then you have an external speaker jack, which needs to be an 8 ohm maximum. And we have a recording out, headphones, and a line out. The difference being that the recording out will kill the speaker, whereas the line out will not kill the speaker. The amp will still sound. As well, it's good to note that both of those settings are modeled. So when you line out from the amp, it includes all the amp models and that sort of thing, so you can line out directly to a PA and get all of your modeling through the PA. And then we have an aux in for practice purposes. Okay, so here we're looking at the top panel of the amp, which allows us to switch between our clean and our lead sound. We have all of our amp models here, gain and volume, solo function, reverb, which can be either spring or plate verb, a delay and a looper, our effects, which includes chorus, flanger, phaser, tremolo, and an octave. And these can all be dialed in either subtly or to extreme level, just as you rotate around the effects knob. Global EQ, and as well on the Cube 80 XL we have a presence. Tuner, which allows us to select strings and tune, and then a brightness, which gives you a little bit more nuance in your picking. So let's talk about the solo function for a little bit. This allows you to basically change your gain structure, your EQ, your effects, or your amp model, and save that so that in effect you have an extra channel. So not only can you foot switch between clean and lead, but within the clean channel you can foot switch between 2 settings that you might have, like a solo and a rhythm setting. And then in your lead channel you could foot switch between 2 different amp models or 2 different gain structures within the same amp model or different amp models. So you can have some extreme changes there. The looper is foot switchable, but without the foot switch it's a little trickier to operate, but at the same time it still makes a great practice tool. So let's just utilizing the looper and the solo function, you'll hear how you can loop yourself a rhythm section, a rhythm part, and then when you go to practice you can click on your solo button just to bring that out more. So all I've changed in this case with my solo setting is a little bit more gain, so that when I solo it comes through a little bit more. Okay, so we'll see what happens. So I got my rhythm going. I'm going to click on my solo, which will allow me to solo over that with a little bit more volume. And then just hold stop to cancel all that. You can also overdub and add some different parts. Okay, so now let's switch over to the lead channel, and we've got a few different sounds available to us. So there's acoustic simulator. Okay, black panel. Looks like a Fender Twin, Fender Deluxe. Brit combo, which is like an AC30. I'm gained up there. So. Okay, Fender Bassman. Classic stack, which is like your Marshall stack. Okay, metal. is a PV amp, I believe that's modeled after. And then a rectifier, so a Mesa Boogie. And then a Roland modeled amp, an original one called Extreme. And this is basically with the EQ mostly flat that I've been doing this, so obviously you can change things in there. And then the Dyna amp, this is kind of interesting. It allows you to pick something clean, and then as you're picking, it distorts. So I didn't change anything on the guitar there, it just kind of naturally follows what I'm doing with the picking. So that basically covers our top panel here. All of these effects and EQ are global, which means no matter what setting I have on. So that flanger's been on the whole time there. If you have any questions about Roland amps, the Cube 80XL, you're welcome to visit us here in our showroom in Guelph, Ontario, or you can find us on the web at theoctavemc.com. Thanks for watching.